Israel will go back to the Sinai. Israel will go back to the Sinai. It is inevitable that Israel will attack Egypt again, cook up something, have a 10 days or a 5 years plan, and attack Egypt again. Recently, the Egyptian president Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and the prime minister of Israel did a deal to the tune of $35 billion. Dollars. It's the biggest in history. $35 billion gas deal on the Leviathan oil field, including the areas today that Israel is bombarding, trying to clear the Palestinians from Gaza. So they are also doing a deal on behalf of the Palestinians with the Egyptian government. Egypt is acting like the ostrich and burying the head in the sand, hoping that by pacifying and appeasing Israel, somehow, they will make things better. But the Israelis are saying it. And if you're following whatever is coming out of the Israeli press, they say that Egypt is in contravention of Camp David, meaning that Egypt is mobilizing troops in the Sinai, and therefore Israel will have a casus belli or a justification in future to attack Egypt. But they are playing this game of poker now and playing this game and saying, "Oh, we have a deal with you. We have an agreement with Jordan. We have an agreement with with Egypt." The Israelis don't honor any agreement. So this is the point. Israel will definitely go back to the Sinai. But why is the Sinai Peninsula one of the most important regions for Israel? Not just in terms of strategy, but also in terms of faith and history. Let's look at that. The first part of it is the spiritual importance. Now, for the Jewish people, the Sinai is a sacred ground, and it's believed to be a place where Moses received the Ten Commandments on Mount Sinai. This moment represents the covenant between God and the people of Israel, a cornerstone of Jewish identity, law, and nationhood. The Sinai, therefore, isn't just a geography, it symbolizes Israel's spiritual roots and is bound with the divine destiny. We also have to look at the historical significance. The Sinai has been central to Israel's modern history. Israel captured the Sinai during the Six-Day War in 1967, gaining crucial depth and security. In military terms, strategic depth. It later returned the territory to Egypt under the Camp David Accord in 1979, making the first peace treaty between Israel and any Arab state. Now, despite this, the Sinai remains etched in Israel's collective memory as both a military victory and homeland. Although they claim to have this agreement, we have seen it time and time again that even though they have agreement with Syria, they have taken Mount Hermon and they are pushing their troops close to Damascus to change the balance in the region. Israel will go back to the Sinai. I want this to be on record. The Israelis will go back to the Sinai. They will attack Egypt, whether today or tomorrow. The Egyptian economy today is not the best. It is depending a lot on handouts from the United States. When the US President Donald Trump came to power, he stopped giving aid to all the countries around the world except Israel and the two countries that have agreement with Israel, Jordan and Egypt, in order to pacify them and allow Israel to continue this killing spree in Gaza. On top of that, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and the Egyptian government have just done a gas deal. If you follow the reports, even from the Jerusalem Post, on the 7th of August 2025, for the Leviathan gas oil fields, they've done a deal worth $35 billion. Let's look at one of the other reasons why Israel will go to Egypt and take the Sinai. Strategic depth. Israel is a narrow state with natural defense. Sinai provide vast space, a buffer against Egypt, and a protective shield for Israel's popular centers. Another one is also energy and resources. The peninsula holds valuable natural gas reserves and minerals, making it not just strategically useful, but also economically significant. What else do they need? Military and trade allocation grants control of the Red Sea access and Strait of Tiran, which is also vital for Israel's maritime trade. So think about it. The Israelis are already saying this. This is their calculation. So on one hand, they are trying to deal with the situation with Lebanon and the situation with Gaza, plan, and the people in the region, emotional, game of divide and rule, Sunnis versus Shia, and the Israelis are playing a long-term goal. They are playing a long-term goal, sorry. And the security concerns. Today, Sinai hosts extremist groups and smuggling routes for Israel's influence over the Sinai. Today, the Sinai hosts extremist groups and smuggling routes For Israel, influence over the Sinai would mean neutralizing threats and stabilizing its southern border. So, in conclusion, the Sinai is not just a desert. To Israel, it's a land of revelation, covenant with God, survival and strategy. And spiritually, I like the claim, it anchors Israel to the biblical past. And this is the basis upon which they have attacked other countries in the region, because they claim that this is a promise or covenant that they've had with God for the past 3 or 4 thousand years. So Egypt can continue to act like the ostrich and bury its head in the sand, hoping that everything will be okay. It will not be okay. Israel will come, and Israel will attack Egypt again for the Sinai. Tell me what you think about this. If you're just following my page for the first time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. See you